Hello guys, it's Susanna here. I am back again with part 2 of the blossoms, the cherry blossoms. I finished doing the branches, and I was just going to do some bullion knots with this colour, and it would have been too thick because the birdie is really quite small, and so I continue on while I had that. I'm sort of basing it on the colours for this one. So yeah, so I thought I'd turn the camera on. I've also done another one of these, which that will sit somewhere. So thought with the pansies, I didn't really do much, didn't show you a great deal of stitching, so I might just do some stitching. And I've got this here, and I've tried doing this the ribbon for the leaves, even though, because they're sort of a bit more that colour rather than that green. So, and even though this is the almond blossom, I had a look at photos online of cherry blossom, and they're very much the colour, probably a little bit lighter. So I'm going to base it on that. That's why I've got that in there, because I didn't have a cherry blossom in the Flower Fairies book. So I'm just, where are we? So I am basing it on this one, so I've got the darker colours here, and so I'm going to move bits and pieces over. I'll get this lighter colour now. Oh, I think there's a little, yeah, which works out really well. It's only a small piece, which is all I will need, because I'm going to be doing the tail and the side of the wing, so I won't need much. So just going to do like long and short stitch, which is what I've got here. So go through that. I'm going to go through there. Now I'm just seeing, I might zoom it in. There we go. Hopefully I'll stay in camera. There we go. Bit small on this little guy. So I'm just going to go in here and stitch that in. When you do long and short stitch, you sort of come in through where that last stitch got left. I think this sort of seems to be sticking up. I think the thread was a bit fluffy on that end. Okay. Come out here, go down, up there again, and then go down here. Right, a bit low. Don't want that low. I think it was the same spot, but no, well. I'm needing to save the thread if I can help it. Now that's why I'm going like that, so it doesn't get looped over twice. Okay, so that's the tail. Then we are going to come in underneath, and I've done a long and short stitch here, so I'm gonna follow that through. I might there we go. You get quiet when you're busy doing this stitching. It's quite relaxing. I quite enjoy doing this type of stitching, and because it's not a massive piece, I think he's going to turn out okay. Now, I'm not sure what type of bird it is, but it sort of looks a little bit wren-like, you know. So I just thought I'll just follow the colours of that, and my bird is, I don't think it's fat and fluffy, but I could probably fatten him up a little bit. Now, typical. There we go. So I'll finish that off, and I might do one of the flowers to show you, and then do some homework and finish off the flowers. And still umming and ahhing whether I do that. Maybe once I've done a flower, I might do this flower. We'll see how it works. Okay, now I'm thinking I need to go up here and have, here's the thing, it's the top part of his beak. I think it needs a sort of like a lighter highlight. There we go. It's only small, but that's what we need. Okay, and then maybe, I think I've got it where a little bit lighter here too. Only tiny little bits. Might go down further because we're going to be doing a little bit of a yellow colour down there. So I'll blend that in with that. Okay. So just so it's not so stark. Tiny stitching, that's for sure. I think that's it. So how are we all going with it? It's gone pretty fast already, up in January. Not January, February. Yeah, it doesn't take long, and this will go really fast because February is a short month. And before we know it, I'll be off doing my workshop with the Roxy girls, and then my retreat. Now I've got this colour. I was thinking maybe do these two colours. What do you think? Sort of a greeny yellow. Well, I did have another yellow. I think I might do this one, and then end up with a little bit lighter down the bottom. Which it was, it's sort of like the greeny yellow, wasn't it? Okay, we are going to probably do quite a few. I might make him a little wider. You know, this is how you can, not happy with, you know, how they're looking. You can always make them a little bit longer. Fluff him out a bit. Just going to do fairly biggish stitches, and then go back and fill that in with the shorter ones. I like doing the long and short stitch, and that gives it the feathery look. Hopefully you guys can see it if I'm in enough. There we go. Probably do need to zoom in. He is pretty jolly tiny. And hopefully I'll stay here and don't move. So once again, a couple of long stitches in between these ones. Even though he's small, he's got big personality. Okay. Let good things come in small packages. Okay. Now, I might have that going like that. So I thought I'll do some thread painting with this because it's not very big. See, I think it needs something there. There we go. Missing that. Oh, my t-shirt's getting pulled up. Okay, come in here and go down. Oop, I just moved something. It was I think it was this. Okay. Okay, so now while I'm contemplating and sewing this little guy, we'll figure out what we're going to do with the flowers. You know, so I probably won't colour all of it. I will definitely do the outside, do those, and then, you know, some highlights with a darker colour. You know, do some highlights in bits and pieces. So we'll see how we go with that. Looking a little fluffier, which is good. I'm glad I put this little guy in because I think he's adorable. He may be a bit smaller compared to some of the other critters I might put in there, but if they're on the other side of the tablecloth, I think they'll be all right. So I was thinking, you know, I love Corinne's idea of the dragonflies and all the bits and pieces she's putting on hers. I want to do some bees. You know, I want to, you know, do like what I did on my pouch. For the last month's prompt for the Roxy girls, I had the hexagons and then some bees. So I thought, that might be nice scattered because we're going to have space in between, a bit like the last Roxy's Journal of Stitching. It was sort of a bit that like that. I might come here, do a couple of sort of stitches here because it's got a bit of shading there, like that, and then come in with the light colour and come back up here and maybe do some darker here, and then I'll come in with that lighter yellow just in a bit of a patch there. Okay, and then I've probably got to come in with some white, a bit of white somewhere. Wouldn't mind just having another little stitch out like that to give him a bit of fluffiness. Okay. Just a tiny bit. Now, I think I did have a bit of a white strand of something just floating around, I think. I might have, here it is, I knew I had some. There we go. Need another piece. So I'm going to do white in here. Okay, well, we'll finish that off. Teeny tiny. That's why doing small stuff like this is great on in a hoop. So, okay, now do the light yellow. I mean, it does seem like a bit of a work, but if you you know, if you're being into cross stitching in any time, like I know often you had to change threads all the time, so this is no different, and you don't mind. Gives you a bit of a break, a bit of a colour change. Okay, so we'll come in with this lighter colour just to give a bit of texture, and I might even do a couple of highlights like up top. I'll show you what I mean, because it is lighter. Okay. Doesn't really take that long to do. Oh, he's cute. Oh. Cute little guy. Okay. So, oh, I might come in, fill it up a little more. It seems a bit like it needs filling. And I'm just going to come in and do a couple of little highlights like here, just to add a bit of something so it's not so stark yellow. And then maybe even here, and the start here, because this is going to be white. So if we put a lighter colour there first, the starkness of the white won't be so full on. Okay, that's all we need of that. Really is like thread painting. It's great. Okay, and even though I've painted it already, which I didn't mind, I had the paints out. Okay, what do we got? I think this is more of a creamy white, not a white, which is probably not a bad thing. Okay, I think this might even have a knot in it. No, not quite. Okay, now I hope I've been in camera, because it is rather zoomed in. Okay, yep, there we go. Okay, see, it's got that little white bit there. And so we are going to come in across. Yeah, it's a creamy, it's a an off-white, which I don't mind, to be honest. And then we've got the brown for on the head, which I'm going to use that one. I think it's not as dark as the other dark, but so I'll leave this white in because I will need to come back and do the eye. Okay, there we go. One last little thing, and then I'll come up just to get that white out of the way. Probably wouldn't hurt to get it right out of the way. There we go. Now, a bit of brown. Obviously looking very cute. Cute little fella. Okay. Oh, come on. Not very much luck doing a knot. Okay. Now, make sure that I don't attack that. Oh, I've caught that. Oh, well, I'm not going to be, I'll be pulling it out soon enough. Okay, we're going to go across. That's just to line that up. Yeah, had to go through one more and then we'll go across. There we go, out of the way. Okay. Really starting to come to life now. And then once you do that little cream dot, his little beak's adorable. It's only small, but I might even have to highlight. We'll see how we go. It's got this little fluff bit. It's annoying me. There we go. We are doing cherry blossoms, but I'm doing a bird at the moment. But you can see I'm doing it on the cherry blossom page. I just thought I'll get him done because as you can see, it hasn't really taken that long. And before you know it, Mr. Birdie is done. There we go. Go back down and underneath. Oh, cute. And I'm just a bit worried. Might come back through here, make his beak a tad longer. It's not looking very long at this point. There we go. Okay, now might go out with that because I might come back in and do a dark highlight. So we are going to do a little might be too big. See how we go. It's a colonial knot, so it's a fairly decent size knot. And then come back in with a tiny little French knot for the black. That's if we can get it to come in there. So I'm still keeping it there. Okay. Tiny little. I don't think you're going to see it, to be honest. I might just go back through. No. Go over. Grab these two bits. Just tie a knot. see how we go. Okay, one way of doing it, isn't it? So I might come in with a black texture. I wonder if that's going to work for me. And do a tiny little dot. There, that might work. There we go. That makes a bit of difference. So there you go. You get to see what this little guy looks like, and I might even highlight his beak in the black just to make it darker. I think, yeah, it needs to be seen. Oop. There we go. And little feet. Cute. This bit I think needs a bit of a shave. Okay, so it is wool, so it's going to get a haircut. And it's, as long as you don't chop off that brown that's going on there. Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute. I think his head almost looks a little small. We'll see. I'll just sit with him for a while. Yeah, not as, see how that's sort of a bit more elongated. I might have to come out here a little bit. As well as here, as well as here. I think that's going to be a little bit better, yep. So, yeah, light there. Yep, I may need to do that. Right. Yeah, seems a little fatter now, which is good. Okay, so didn't even check what the 27 minutes, not too bad. Now I've gotten this thread, which is this massive big, it's the right colour. It's DMC thread, and normally I don't use it, but I thought I need to use it up. I'm probably going to use this colour to highlight that. Still not 100% convinced of those, but I'll just see. Now here's the pinks that I've chosen, as well as that to do the highlights in the middle. So what do we do? Do we do the darker pink on the outside? Or do a mid pink and then highlight it. I think we probably do a mid pink because we're probably going to use that lighter colour in the middle. I think. I mean, that's the same colour, but I think it's a bit thick. Yeah, some wonder fills, even though, you know, this is, I think, supposed to be both pearl 8s, but that looks thicker. So, okay, we'll do a, yeah. So we'll do a stitch around the outside. And these are definitely, I'll start here. You can see here they're definitely darker. So it's got darker bits on the top. Seriously, haven't even started and it's already got a knot. Okay, I love that sound. So I'm doing like normally you do stab stitch, but I just thought I'm just going to do this type of stitch. And I'm just going to do the outside. And then I'll come back with the darker stitch with this, because it's, for some reason, probably because of the shading and that, the buds seem darker. No matter how hard you try, always end up doing the stab stitch. I'm thinking, what's that hard fluffy bit? But it's that. Okay. And I'm going to come back in here and do a bit of green as well. So that will be done later. Now, go down. Yeah, see, that's that hard fluffy bit. And good grief, just trying to get through. Okay, and started here, and we'll go around. I thought I'd probably do it darker, but I just thought it was a bit too dark, because they're not dark flowers. They've got dark highlights, but they're not dark flowers. See this here, you can see that, so I'm going to have to come in with a thread and to hold it down. So that's why I'm saying not 100% convinced. See how we go. Oh, I end up doing this anyway. I think I might as well just do it that way. Going to be working out quicker. I might stay there and then come back. Oh. Have to be careful not to stitch in the that if I choose to unpick it, I can. Okay, that comes down here. And flings around. There we go. I just got with my finger on this, on the back of it, I'm holding it. Okay. Okay, come in here and about there. And then, yeah. Always looks so much nicer once you've got a bit of stitching on there. It makes it come to life. And having this sort of mid-tone pink makes them look soft, which is what they are. Cherry blossoms are really soft and pretty flowers. Yeah. So I think this is going to take a little bit of a different colour turn to my last one. Oh, that hurt. Constantly pricking myself. Ugh. Hang on a minute. Ugh. It's going to make myself comfortable. Hang 10. Because I've zoomed it right in and I'm holding it forward, it's uncomfortable for me, and your back hurts. Only when you're filming. Okay. Okay. So cute. It really is. Very sweet little piece. I do love the way that's turned out. It's really given it that 3D element to it. Love it. Okay. Now, I might hit pause and continue on, and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm back again. Now I've coloured in that, and I really like that, and it does look really good with that colour. So I may end up doing that. So I've got this yellow, which is a really thin, fine colour, and I was wanting to do that for these, like the fine little things, and it has this colour in it as well. So I've threaded up, got band-aid on because it drew blood. I'm glad I did that while the camera was off. So just put that there. At least now it acts a bit like a thimble, which is good. Now this is quite fine, so we're just going to be getting those little bits, which are the picture that I drew, these little bits here. So, and some of them I might do, you know, there might be one long bit and others will be, you know, like a smaller piece. Okay, now I'm thinking I'll come back, I'll do this one. I think could probably just do 2. Don't want that 2 longer stitches. Okay, come back here. They probably would look better as one stitch, but they tend to go around the corner, so you've got to do a bit of a thing there. So this one can go probably just 1. This one here, probably 2. Oh. Thought it caught. Okay. There. So you probably don't see it where you are, but it's only when you're close up that you notice that there's not one stitch, there are a couple. Okay, now let's see how I go. And this one might be 1. Now I'm just wondering, do we need more, like even some going up this way, just a couple, and they might be 1 stitch. Just seems a little odd not to have something going here. And because they're going up, I reckon we can just have them going straight. Okay, now I might put that over here out of the way. For now. And we'll come in with this. And I might come in with like maybe 1 sort of semi-small stitch just to add a bit of texture, and then have a French knot, just one. It's the only thing with this, they're very small, so we need a small French knot, and maybe come in. Here's another French knot here, so maybe on every second one we do the highlight. So I'll do a bit of a highlight here. And then a French knot at the end of it. Okay. Highlight on the inside of this one. But we need a French knot here. See how we go once. Sometimes it goes through a bit of a funny phase. I can hear my son banging and clanging in the inside. Goodness knows what he's doing. Okay. I think these are going to be beautiful. I thought I'll do these, and then I'm going to come back in with maybe a darker pink and do a few little highlights here and there. I've got some of this. Yeah. There we go. Right. Probably a little bit too little. Cut that off. And then, okay, needs another highlight in here. Sort of go underneath. And a tiny little French knot. A little French knot here as well. Oop. That's gone. Ow! It's gone through. I think I can hear some. Wait a minute, I'm just going to pause for a sec. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know if you noticed, but I turned it off because he's gonna hang on a minute. I'm recording. Hang on, I'll be back in a second. So I'm nearly finished, and I'll show them. Yeah, my husband's just come home from work, so okay. Now I've finished this, and actually I might do a little stitch there, and I may even do a bit of a stitch. Yeah, I'll do it on this one, on this side, and I might even do a colonial knot or whatever it is in the middle. Okay, in this colour. Sort of add a bit of a bigger knot, so it's like it's got a centre point. Okay, now there we go. And then a small French knot, which has, but see, I fixed it like the other one. It's just that small, it's coming through, but you pull it through, pull that knot back through again and then go back down somewhere else, so you can save it, sort of. There we go. And then another one, because we don't want them to be too big. I think that might be, no, not quite. I'm just making sure that I haven't grabbed this. I've just left it there just in case. Okay, and one last one. Haven't caught it? No. Okay, so I am going to come back in with this darker pink and do a few highlights. Just, I think it looks rather gorgeous. Oh, pretty. So take that out. Okay, do a knot. Might as well. Take this out, do a few dark pink highlights, and then we're done. I'm trying not to do an hour-long video because you've got a lot of viewing to watch, and you really don't need mine to be that long. Okay, so we'll just do this. Grab that, and then I'm going to come in with a few sort of highlight bits, maybe here, just some darker bits. Come back into here as well. And sort of come up the side of these pieces. Such a beautiful colour. I might come up here and then come down there and do another one. I'm thinking, do I do a couple of little bits in the side, but I might just go around the edges for now with a couple of stitches and see whether we need to do any more. It really does add a bit of something to it. Adding that bit of colour, it's catching my band-aid. Just jumped right across. I probably need to just go into there a bit. I don't know. No. Nope. I don't want to take away from that lightness. Where is it? There. No. Just going to stick to the edges, I think. You know, because they are light with a few highlights, and then we'll be done. Okay. So I'll go over here. Might cut across, as in go through that way, so you haven't got all this pink everywhere. Oop, there we go. And then come across here. And the only other spot I can think is maybe just a little bit of a highlight just across the tops. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go up here and I'll go around and do the tops, but I'm coming up here because remember this was darker. So we are going to be coming in. I have just I've just stitched through my band-aid. Classic. Okay, now. Okay. I'm going to be coming in darker colour because this is the bud, and it did have a fair bit of darkness on the top. Here's my band-aid piece. I thought I threw that in the bin. Okay. Come in here. Still got that sort of medium pink around the outside. Okay, come there. And maybe might even do a bit of a pink on the side. Couple. And then I'm going to come in with that green on the bottom there. Okay, so I'm going to go back down again. That is such a big bulbous bit of stuff. Oop. Okay, and go around. Sorry, and just have a little bit of a highlight going across the top. I think that is where it needs it. And go around. Just here. I think I come over too far. There we go. I need to go over this way. Just a tad and go around. And then trying to sit within the flower. I'm having all this stuff going everywhere. There. Yep, that's enough. And here. And then we are done. Well, at least with one flower anyway. And 4 more to go. And then I've got to come in with the green. Okay. That's it. Oh, I like it. Yep. I do like that. I'm just wondering whether that white, the yellow is not dark enough. Well, I'll see. So if it's, it needs to be thicker, but I just wanted them to be, because stamens aren't that thick. So on such a small flower. Okay. There we go. Yep, I like that. Very pretty. Okay, well, it's nearly an hour, so okay, see how much nicer that looks and really brings it out. Love it. Absolutely love it. No worries, guys. Well, I'll catch you in the next one where by that time I would have cut this out, and I'm going to be working on the composition of where I'm going to lay the fabrics underneath this piece. So at least in this one you got to see me doing a bit of stitching, and it might help you with yours. I'm just having a look. Yeah, I think the yellow is enough because we want the pink to stand out. So that small amount of pink is enough. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. I'm really loving this. It's awesome. Bye.